Hey everybody, welcome back to Miami Minute. We're talking about my favorite team, the Miami Dolphins, and I wanted to get on here. Well, maybe I didn't want to get on here and talk about Jalen Ramsey getting injured, but felt like I probably should. Can't just talk about the exciting things, can't just talk about the good, have to talk about the bad because, that's just realistic in what's happening. And what do Miami Dolphins offseason be without the excitement of a new signing or an optimistic view of the future being immediately undercut by something bad happened? I was having flashbacks to David Boston getting injured in his first training camp with the Dolphins, which is a huge throwback. But as I was young and a new fan when that happened, it really stuck with me. So we go into this offseason, we trade for Jalen Ramsey. It was the last Miami Minute I made. Very exciting, best cornerback in the game, hoping to potentially use him with Fangio and really go and make this defense into a top 10 at the very least, perhaps a top 5 unit in the NFL. And that's not going to happen, at least not for a while. So early reports were, kind of mixed. Some people were saying, well, maybe it's just a cramp, which I thought was overly optimistic and quite frankly unrealistic, and just people trying to talk themselves into believing that it wasn't as bad as it looked. And then a lot of other people were saying, well, this might be it for the season. He might be done. For a little while, people were saying, well, it's a meniscus. He's going to be out probably for the rest of the offseason. Maybe he'll come back beginning of the regular season. But now it seems to have settled after he got the surgery on people believing that he'll be back sometime in December. So if you want to, glass half full, which if you're a long-time Dolphins fan, it might be difficult to be a glass half full type of person. He'll be back in time for the Dolphins to make a late playoff push. If you're someone like me who's perhaps a little bit miserable about his team just because of things that I've seen and experienced, you're like, hey, it's potentially going to be a lingering injury. I'm not going to count on him to be back at all this season. Both are legitimate. Right now, we're kind of in the Schrodinger's cat era of Jalen Ramsey's injury, where it could be anything in terms of length of time. He could be back this season. He could be out for the entire season. But coming fresh off Byron Jones, not playing at all last season, and, making vague tweets about how the Dolphins kind of mishandled his injury and how players really sacrificed their bodies for these teams. It's tempting to just be like, well, that's probably what's going to happen again, but we'll see. I mean, it's not ideal, but we do have other pieces. Kader Kohu obviously came on very well last season, and then we have rookie, I believe, Cam Smith, and of course Xavier Howard. Hopefully he'll be back from his 2 torn groin from last year. That was unfortunate for him. And hey, the Dolphins signed Eli Apple, which isn't great. I mean, Eli Apple, I don't want to say he's a bust. He's had his moments in the league, but he's also had a lot of downs. There's that meme of him as a piece of burnt toast. He got roasted pretty hard for his performance in the Super Bowl against the Rams when he was on the Bengals a couple of years ago. So, optimistically, again, he's a camp body. He's somebody who could potentially provide depth, someone who has started in this league. So that's good. But pessimistically, you might look at this and say, oh my God, Dolphins are absolutely screwed because we're going to have to rely on Eli Apple. It's not the end of the world. The offense should still be good, and the rest of the defense should be good. It's just disheartening, of course, because coming into this season, I think we all thought maybe it'll be different this time. Maybe Jalen Ramsey will be the key, the real ingredient we were missing last season with all the cornerback injuries. But it seems that they've continued to follow us into this season because this was the second day of training camp. Ramsey got hurt. So I don't want to say the Dolphins are cursed, but it also isn't looking like they're not. So I guess we'll take that I just wanted to make this quick video. I felt it would be unprofessional of me to not at least talk about it a little bit, despite not wanting to talk about it all and to pretend it's not happening. But yeah, what are your opinions on Jalen Ramsey's injury? Is the worst case scenario? Is it over already a few days into camp for you? Does nothing else that's happened or is going to happen matter to you? I would love to hear it. Sound off if you're just frustrated and you want to sound off, because as I said, it does sometimes feel like the Dolphins are cursed. Please leave comments in the comments section down below. I'll have more videos coming up as the preseason starts. We're getting back into it. I feel bad. In a video I did talking about the Celtics the other day, I was like, I'm so excited. This is great. Football's almost back, and I almost feel responsible for this happening because I let myself get excited for the season. Rookie mistake as a Dolphins fan. So if you like this, please subscribe if you want to hear more Dolphins talk. Of course, we'll be here as the season gets underway, and we also have coverage of all the other major sports here on the channel. So please stick around. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.